troll-in-chief again.
Donald Trump has been named Time Magazine's Person of the Year. You know who else was named Time Magazine's Person of the Year? Hitler was, guys. I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your Dumpster Fire. Welcome to Dumpster Fire, where we make burgers out of your sacred cows. Do you guys like our MAGA Trump-infused set right now? Over the years, people have sent us all kinds of Trump stuff, which is hilarious, as a joke. And we thought we would deck it out. I even have my Make America Great Again shoes on that Sammy Flaps and Folds got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought we'd deck it out for the Man of the Year. What up? I can't believe that in 2016... I didn't vote for the Man of the Year, and in 2024, I did.
So weird.
I think Time only made Trump Man of the Year so they could call him Hitler again.
Everyone I don't like is literally Hitler, literally Hitler.
Yeah, in 2016, they even put him in the chair. You know who else sat in a chair on the cover of Time? People think this is a debate over whether Time's Person of the Year is an accolade or a condemnation, but the real question is, how the fuck is Time Magazine still around? And how did they get Hitler's chair?
We need to be brave enough to ask questions.
To be fair, Trump probably does own one of Hitler's old chairs, but it was like probably given to him by some huge Argentinian billionaire fan. He's a collector. He collects a lot of things. He loves me. He wanted me to have it. Is everyone aware that one time you were named Person of the Year? It's why for a long time people's bios read 2006 Time Person of the Year, which means technically everyone is Hitler.
I'm a Hitler, you said, appalled.
Congratulations, you're Hitler. Yes, you. Excuse me, let me just take off my dear leader's hairpiece so I can have my coffee. It says "Make Coffee Great Again" on the inside.
What is happening?
The murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson continues to make headlines, with many people saying that alleged perpetrator Luigi Mangione was justified. This story will not die. It just keeps going. Even The Atlantic put out an insane piece which states the United Healthcare CEO shooting marks a new moment, one in which acts of political violence are no longer confined to extremists with fringe views.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh, yes, because murdering someone in the cold blood is not extreme. It's a moderate thing to do. This is something that we politically homeless centrists think about all the time. It's so crazy to me that they're trying to normalize this act as some political violence for normies after years of being the rhetoric and the what do they call it? Scholastic terrorism? Stochastic. I think stochastic
is a form of political violence instigated by hostile public rhetoric directed at a group or an individual.
Yeah, this is what they've been accusing the right wing of for literally 8 years. They've been saying that we need to stop these we need to stop these stochastic, which is such a dumb word, terrorists. And they would blame it all on the rhetoric. This was what they called this kind of rhetorical terrorism against the trans community or against whatever community they wanted to weaponize that day. Stochastic terrorism.
I think your son's tumor was caused by racism.
You learn something new every day, folks.
I certainly.
And now it seems like the left is just completely happy being like, we need to be gunning down more CEOs. And that's just a completely moderate viewpoint. It's like how political violence goes mainstream is by you writing articles about it going mainstream, you freaking lunatics. Maybe you don't consider it a fringe view because you're also an extremist. Have you considered that maybe you are the problem? I thought Obamacare was supposed to fix all of this anyways. The whole claim about American healthcare is that people are dying in the streets, and I never really believed it when they said that during the debate, but I guess people are technically dying in the streets, specifically the CEO of the health insurance company. They kept saying people were dying in the streets, and I'd be like, where? And now leave it to an enterprising liberal to shoot someone and go, right there, see? He's dying in the streets. Imagine your poor husband gets gunned down in the cold blood and just gets Luigi memes and people celebrating. Like, they might as well be shooting guns in the air. I think there's something to be said about all the women soaking their pants over him, Taylor Lorenz. Turns out women will still like a guy under 6 feet as long as he's a murderer. I was wondering why women were watching true crime so much because they're all addicted to it. I thought that it was because they were afraid, and it turns out they're all masturbating. Women aren't watching the WNBA. They're flicking their bean to Ted Bundy.
On Hot Load Case Files. Is the lube over there?
Yeah, I got lube right here.
Well, get over here, big guy.
That's fucked up.
Tell me again how women don't like assholes. Before our next segment, don't forget to like, subscribe, touch my bells and buttons, and tell your friends about us. Please help us reach our lofty goal of 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. We are very excited to get that little plaque that makes us feel special. You have to stick around through the ad to see the weather report, guys. Sorry, them's the rules. We've got to pay the bills around here. You've all heard me talk about my bond charge of red light face mask and how much I love it and how obsessed I am with the dewy glow that it gives me from relaxation, the 10 minutes of rest I get. Getting older sucks, especially when your job requires you to be on camera and you have a toddler and you don't get enough sleep. I've been noticing wrinkles, fine lines, sunspots, and I don't like to do tons of intervention on these things. I use my Bond Charge red light face mask for 10 minutes every night. They advertise that you can use it while watching TV, cooking a meal, putting the kids to bed. But for me, it's my me time. It's the 10 minutes to myself that I can stop and do something good for me. It boosts collagen and elastin production. Other problems red light face mask helps with: sore jaw, eczema, migraines, acne, scar tissue, wound healing, relaxation, razor burn, and ingrown facial hair. Go to bondcharge.com/Bridget and use the coupon code Bridget to save 15% off. That's BONCHARGE.com/Bridget and use the coupon code Bridget to save 15% off. The holidays are here. You can still get that order in. Link in the description below. Now let's check the weather with Maite Caranco.
Bueno, vamos a ver por lo pronto condiciones actuales porque por el momento, bueno, pues está lloviendo de una forma sumamente importante aquí en la Ciudad de México. Tenemos la temperatura oscilando en los 15, 16 grados centígrados. Está lloviendo, como les digo, el pavimento se encuentra bastante resbaloso.
Thank you, Maite.
Conspiracy theories we're not sure about.
Everything's a conspiracy theory. If you wait long enough, it becomes reality. So this is a weird story. There have been unexplained drone sightings in New Jersey for weeks, and no one can explain what's going on.
I think we've seen about 40 or 50 of these drones. In fact, there's one over my shoulder right there. One after another, these drones appeared in the night sky.
I think they're mostly peaceful Iranian drones. That's how CNN is presenting it. They're like, nothing to see here. No big deal. We're looking into it. And then Fox News had one of the representatives on, and he was talking about how the Iranian mothership has docked off the coast of New England, and they're sending these drones over.
Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off. I'm going to tell you the deal.
So that sounds pretty serious, but I'm not sure if that's just them wagging the dog and trying to get everybody all ginned up for war. Seems like a very dodgy and dangerous time in between one president who's not really functioning and our president-elect who's dodging Iranian drones, apparently. It is sketchy that they're around where our president-elect is. I feel like it would be nice if we had an actual president in charge. That would be cool. Yeah, he's we don't know what he's doing or where he is, and he probably knows as much as we do. He is sitting on a beach earning 20% on that sweet Chinese Ukrainian money.
By the time they figure out what went wrong, we'll be sitting on a beach earning 20%.
There's so many conspiracy theories about this. It's crazy. I mean, I've gone down 7 or 8 different rabbit holes about what is actually going on with these drones, and I still have no clear idea of what they actually are. Some people are mistaking planes for drones, and now, of course, there's all this paranoia, rightfully. They're like full-on war drones.
Surprise, flying robots with bombs.
It is terrifying when you think about how easily it would be to just, drone a community, kind of like we've been doing all over the world. When you see those things flying around, you're like, what the F? And New Jersey residents have been like, hey, why are there drones flying around? And they're like, oh, some people are like, oh, that's nothing. That's just some drone enthusiast. Like, pretty sure you're not allowed to have drones. These aren't like the little drones that make annoying sounds and you take videos with. These are like plane drones. And then people are like gaslighting them and telling them they're just airplanes, that they're just mistaking for drones. And in some cases that's true, but there are sightings that have been documented of actual drones. So I don't know, guys. Tell Maggie in the comments what your best theory about what these drones are. Nobody seems to know. It's hard to get any confirmation. I have no idea. You're going to find out that the FBI knew the drones all along when some shit goes down. You'll be like, oh, let me guess, the drone had contact with the FBI.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
Breaking Bridget.
How dare you? Maggie makes fun of me because I am not a person who enjoys sleep, and I think it's a waste of time.
Doc, I'll get all sleep I need when I'm dead.
I don't make fun of you. I'm concerned for you because you do not sleep.
You also make fun of me because I lay down and I'm like, death is coming. That's what goes through my mind. I always saw it as like a pointless thing, that even when you find out how much time of your life you spend sleeping, what an embarrassing species we are. Like, come on. They're trying to be like, don't die. And all these don't die people are all about the importance of sleep and like, oh, your body does all this magical stuff when you're sleeping. Well, why don't we figure out how to lessen the sleep time so we can have more time alive and awake and doing stuff? That seems like that would be a worthwhile endeavor. But then there are people like Maggie who live and die so she will love sleeping.
I love sleeping.
Yeah. I've never liked it. Even when I was a kid, I was like, this is a waste of fucking time.
And then you're sitting there being like, why does my daughter fight me on bedtime so
my
much?
daughter has the same gene. She's like, what a pointless waste of time this is. I get it. I understand the resistance to it. Let's just say that. I'm in the minority. Most people love their sleep and they talk about their beds and they obsess about their beds and they spend thousands of dollars on it, and there are mattress stores everywhere that all seem like fronts. I don't know how they're all in business.
Gary's Mattress, now with locations in Koreatown. We are karate are chopping up prices.
So speaking of mattress stores and beds, I think it was a British bed company?
A British bedding and mattress company has teamed up with a self-described sleep evangelist to illustrate what our bodies may look like in 25 years if they regularly don't get enough sleep.
And someone in my comments, when I posted about this on X, Blake said, who knew not sleeping could have the same effect as wearing the Ring of Power for centuries?
Precious!
And it does. It looks like Gollum. I was like, I better cash in on this. Whatever. I mean, let's be honest. I'm a 5.
Oh, try again.
I mean, if I make enough money, I can probably Lindsay Lohan myself back to at least 7 or 8. But right now, I'm like a Midwestern 5.
Your hair's nuts right now.
I know. Because I'm Gollum. I'm a crazy Midwestern.
You're not Gollum, and you're not a 5 yet, but you will be if you don't get enough sleep.
That is not a 5, by the way. That's like a 1 or 2.
But
so this image, Maggie and I were crying because I was like, oh, I maybe get 6 hours of sleep. This is going to be accelerated for me. They say 20 years by 2050, but it's going to be 10 years.
You usually get 4 if
4
you're
or 5.
lucky.
Yeah. I mean, I also have a toddler. But even without a toddler.
Even before a toddler, you'd be like, I got 5 hours. I'm fine. I'm great.
I am great. I'm great.
You are one of those people who some people just survive on less sleep and really are fine after 5 hours of sleep. But
yeah, most people I know could not function on lack of sleep. But I do wonder if it would be one of those things where I started sleeping and I was like some robust genius, like and just beautiful. Like I start sleeping and I actually do look like that right now. Like someone else in my comments was like, the earlobes are melting. Her earlobes melted. And she looks like you need to pay some kind of toll to get over the bridge. Oh God. I was crying when I saw this. I was like, damn, I'm fucked. We better blow this shit up
in the next couple of years.
Not going to be able to rely on any of this. Like when Dumpster Fire goes all audio, you'll know why. Or when I get myself AI cloned. That's the other thing I was thinking. I'm like, damn, I better get my AI clone working so I can just live forever as an average Midwestern 5.
Phetasy News.
If you love Dumpster Fire, the best thing you can do is become a supporter at Phetasy.com. That is where you get the unedited version of this Dumpster Fire. And we leave a lot of inappropriate things on the cutting room floor. And also just a lot of banter between cousin Maggie and me. And you also get access to everything else we're doing. And it's a lot. Another round, factory settings with my husband. And now for some housekeeping. We move Walk-Ins Welcome off this YouTube channel, so please everyone go subscribe to our new YouTube channel, Walk-Ins Welcome with Bridget Phetasy. There is a link in the description that would help us a lot grow our baby channel. Thanks to everyone who helps make Dumpster Fire possible. Thank you to our sponsors. We can't do it without them. We can't do it without you. Most importantly, our audience, Gen X queens and kings, and our supporters and commenters and people who pass us around. We truly do love you. Thank you for joining us in the chat when we launch. And now to cleanse your palate, the internet is glorious.
Forward calls from your mom? It's ice cold, dude.
Yeah? How about this, all right? It's Christmas time. It's fucking Christmas. And your whole family, right, goes on vacation. Whole family. And they forget their 8-year-old fucking son. I had to fend off my house from 2 psychopath home invaders.
That's really terrible.
I was just a kid.
Remember, guys, life is absurd. Don't take yourself so seriously. Take the work seriously. Don't take yourself seriously. This has been your Dumpster Fire. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich so I can get some sleep and pay for a Lindsay Lohan face. We really should cover Lindsay Lohan.
Or at the very least, you can make enough money to counteract your no sleep.
Oh my God, I was crying.
And the unicorns dance while the world burns, world burns.